So we come to the revenue generating projects. These are particular projects where you have operations which generate revenues during its implementation. These revenues, the net revenues, should be deducted from the operations before declaring the expenditures to the Commission. In principle, the revenue generating operations, this is an ex ante assessment. So you do ex ante before the operation starts an assessment how much revenues the operation will generate. And the generation of revenues of net revenues will to be deducted from the eligible expenditures declared. It will only apply to operations which generate net revenues. So in case that the revenues minus operating costs plus residual value are less than zero, then of course this is not a revenue generating project. So in case you have a project which generates revenue but it has high operating costs, and these high operating costs are reducing the revenues to zero, in this case you don't have to declare the revenue generating projects and you don't have to follow this. You don't have to monitor projects within the framework of state aid. So state aid exempted from the application of Article 55. So you don't have to do a revenue monitoring on state aid projects, and you don't have to do it for operations under a volume of under 1 million. I think from this perspective, a lot of ETC operations will be already excluded from the revenue generating provisions in the regulations. Let's say you have now this a cross-border project which concerns in the cooperation of universities. You finance some laboratories, and the laboratories deliver results which are very interesting for other private sector providers, and they will ask you, will buy the results, and you get revenues from these results. In this case, you will declare these revenues as to be deducted from the eligible expenditures, and in the next payment claim you will deduct these revenues from the expenditures.